Pay, benefits, home time. These are just a few of the things that you need to consider when choosing the right company for you. So stick around and let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode with Trainer Allen, your OTR truck driving instructor. All right, you guys, so today we're going to discuss some things that are important for you to hear. A lot of companies try to put a silver lining on things, maybe even make crap look like gold. Well, so here's something that I tell every new driver. So if you're a new driver, listen closely, okay? Because you need to hear what I'm about to say. Okay, listen carefully. Trucking is BS. And every company has its own brand of BS. The key is to find the company that has the brand of BS that you can deal with and stick with it. Let me say that again. Trucking is BS, and every company has its own brand of BS. The key is to find the company that has the brand of BS that you can deal with and stick with it. Okay? Now, that may sound rude about the overall trucking industry. That may make it look like I'm trying to say that all trucking companies are crap. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is every place has their own brand of BS, okay? And I'm not just talking about the trucking industry, okay? Every industry and every company in it has its own brand of BS, okay? The trucking industry BS is more than what most people are used to, though, okay? And when you come out of a 9-to-5 job or something and you come out on the road, what you experience, you feel like everything's just BS, like everybody's blowing smoke up your butt, okay? Well, again, the trucking industry has its own brand of BS that's not like anything you've ever dealt with before, okay? And for those of you who are watching this who've been in trucking for a while, you know what I'm talking about, okay? But all of that aside, okay, there are some key considerations that you need to think about when choosing the company with their own brand of BS in the following areas that you can deal with, okay? The first area that most people look at, of course, is pay. You know, what's the pay structure look like? What are the bonuses? What are the raises? You know, how often do you get paid? How much do you get paid? And, you know, this is a real consideration. This is probably the biggest consideration that most people look at, okay? You know, are you going to get paid? And these are questions you need to ask when you're looking for a new company. Do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly? Do you get paid after each load? Will you be paid for miles? Will you be paid a percentage of the load? Will you be paid per load? Now, usually the per load, you're only going to have that mostly. Rule of thumb, you're only going to see that in things like aggregates, you know, your rock, your gravel, your stuff like that, grain. Things like that might pay per load. Some trash companies pay per load if you go that route. But that's a consideration and you need to find out, you know, how are you getting paid? Will you be team, solo, trainee, dedicated, OTR, regional? You know, how do you get paid for each of those different things based on the company that you're going into and based on where you want to work to? Do they have all of those different options? If not, do they have the options that you're looking at short-term and long-term? What about bonus types? You know, do you get a sign-on bonus? If so, how much and when does it get paid out? You know, do you get half after your first trip and then another half 6 months later? Do you get a little bit spread out over the course of the year, every 3 months? How do they pay that? What other kinds of bonuses do they have? Do they have fuel bonuses, mileage bonuses, clean truck bonuses? Some companies offer that. Roadside DOT bonuses, you know, where if you pass a level 1, 2, or 3 roadside DOT, you might get a bonus for that. You know, find out what the company that you're looking at offers in that area of pay bonuses and raises, okay? The other area, of course, is benefits. You know, what kind of benefits are you looking at? Health, dental, eye, life, workers' comp, death and dismemberment, 401k, company profit sharing, you know, all of that. You need to know what they have. And if they have company match on your 401k, how much is that match? Also, word of the wise, whenever you're going to a new company, make sure that you have your beneficiaries' information, whether it's your spouse or someone else's. Make sure you have all their information. Make sure you have all your children's information, birth dates, social security numbers, that kind of thing. Make sure you have that with you. It'll make everything go a lot smoother. And whatever you do, make sure you fill out that information within 30 days. Most companies will require that. Some companies will allow a little longer, depending on when you're starting. But yeah, make sure that you have all that information with you when you go into orientation, so you don't have to scramble for it. You can fill out the paperwork right there, and you don't have to worry about that 30-day window. Just get it done right there. Another consideration, home time. If you're regional, chances are you're going to be home maybe every weekend, at the most 7 to 10 days out, okay? If you're OTR, plan on more than 10 days and probably 2 to 3 weeks out. With some dedicated routes and even some regional routes that aren't dedicated, you could find yourself being home 1, 2, or even 3 nights a week. But they might not be consecutive. You might be home Monday night, Wednesday night, Saturday night. It all depends on the run. But again, home time, this is something that is a big consideration. You want to know when you start a company how often you're going to be home. And if you don't want to know, chances are really good that your family and friends back home do want to know. Another consideration, and I think this, for some people, is a huge consideration, especially if you live in the inner city. But where will you park your truck when you go on home time? Are you required or even able to park it at a terminal or drop lot close to home? Can you park at a truck stop close to home and then get a ride from there? Or, are you able to drop the trailer at a truck stop close to home? Do you have a relationship with a truck stop close to home or a business close to home where you can drop that trailer where it's going to be safe, and then you can bobtail home? Now, another consideration with that is, what are the laws in your areas? Do you live in a neighborhood where you can bobtail home? There are a lot of neighborhoods in even small cities and towns that don't want a big truck on certain streets, trailer or no trailer. So that is a huge consideration. So does the law allow you to take your truck home if you drop the trailer at a terminal or drop lot or wherever? Okay. Now, these are not all the considerations that you'll want to consider when looking for a new job. But I would say these are the top considerations, and I would say these are the most pertinent things to consider. I think, those are definitely the top considerations. Maybe you have some other ideas of considerations. Please feel free, drop them down in the comments. Let me know what things you consider when you're looking for a new job as a truck driver. And any questions, again, feel free to drop them down in the comments. Please like, subscribe. Meanwhile, guys, I think that's it for this. And between now and next time, as always, keep that shiny side up, keep that greasy side down, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.